Hey everybody, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm Thomas W. Case, poet, writer, author. I'll be reading tonight from my book, Sleep Always Calls. This first poem is called Better Than Gold. There are moments in my life that are too wild and beautiful to be tamed or captured by words or sentences. Musical notes could do a better job at conveying the experience. D minor or C sharp major. My mind replays the moments, alive with pentatonic scales and the taste of homemade apple cider and pomegranate security. I smell the burning leaves of late October and feel the smooth nose of my childhood Appaloosa, her dappled coat and trusting eyes. Sometimes the world in all its goodness stupefies me and leaves my spirit rocking gently in a cradle where I know it's all going to be okay. There we go. This next one, I'm going to just, they say with public speaking, sometimes it's best to just be a little vulnerable. So I'll let you all know that this is not my strong suit. I've been doing it for many years. And it's not but it's, it is what it is.
And you remember, we're all friends.
That's right. It's a room full of friends.
And we are not critics at all.
Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. This one's called TWC on Writing. Hobbled by the sun and laid prostrate by days of degenerate behavior. Days of nothingness and worse. Only writing could save me. Poor and lonely, no warm woman to hold, no booze, no home. But I had my writing. It let the light in and buffered me from the crowds of scarecrows with sewn-on smiles. Writing keeps me immortal and kills the pain. It soothes the mice lost in the maze and brings the stray cat home to a house where he's safe. Writing is the pillow that keeps my head up and my heart engaged. This one is called Cats No Fun. I watch the parade of trivialities line up like hemlock, like mad dogs yipping at my ankles. I'm too crafty for them. I laugh and yawn and watch my cats play with an electric fish. Just tell you a little bit about my life. Before the last few years, I was a heavy drinker and homeless, terrible life, and found God, and sobriety, and life's a lot better now, and writing's a lot better actually. I've been writing for years, but I feel like it's gotten better since I got sober. And this, which leads into this poem, this one's called For Dawn. It's an ex-girlfriend who died, unfortunately, from alcohol. You got lost in the deep end of life, far from the safe shallows. Elf-like grin left over from childhood. I couldn't save you. 9 months of milky memories and shipwrecks to the soul. Your grief killed you as much as the booze did. I hope you're now resting safely on the shore. And this one is called Sleep Always Calls, title of the book. I'm going to write this. I say that to myself and to you, the reader. Every time I sit down to work on poetry lately, I'm overcome by lethargy. I look at the whiteness and go blank. I thumb through notes, nothing. The thought of lying down for a nap ride by on a tricycle in my mind. I hated naps as a child. They interfered with my plans to conquer the world. The coolness of the sheets subdued me. Instead of admitting complete defeat, I say to myself, maybe I will wake up refreshed and inspired. Perhaps the muse will visit in my slumber. I retire to the bed. Mojo, one of my cats, joined me at the foot. She is soon dreaming of catching the elusive moth that has been bothering her for days. And I will dream of catching words like butterflies with a big net. So, since I've moved to Clear Lake, sobered up, found God, life's beautiful, it's amazing. We have 3 cats, so that's one of the cats, Mojo. That's about. This one's called Here Comes Lucky. Here comes Lucky. They say it's the sport of kings. I have royal memories of being at Santa Anita in Hollywood Park with my dad and a brother. As kids, we watched some of the best horses and jockeys in the world. The jocks were our tiny heroes, gladiators in silks riding tremendous beasts. Dad taught us how to bet and study the horses. He called it doping the form. I liked the show bet. I still cashed the ticket as long as the horse didn't do worse than third. My heart still gallops when I think of those Southern California afternoons. Dad used to say, don't ever gamble what you can't afford to lose. I live with my brother now in Iowa. Dad is long gone, and so is the shoe, our favorite jock. There are new jockeys on the scene, new horses. We drove to Des Moines to do some off-track betting on the Kentucky Derby. The pageantry is decadent. The hats and mint juleps. Someone sings a beautiful version of My Old Kentucky Home. It was truly a sublime scene. Now we must figure out how we're going to pay the rent. It didn't turn out bad.
Bet on the wrong horse.
This one is called Sometimes You Wait. Some poems don't work. No amount of tweaking will fix it. Push the delete button and start over. You write because you must. It's in your cells. You're a salmon swimming upstream to stay alive. You write because the nut house yawns and beckons. It waits. The cage door is open and the water is tainted with mercury. Fly away or die. If the writing isn't working, go fishing, eat a tangerine or some Brussels sprouts. Be livid, be silly. Study the orchid or the vulva. Think about what the color black tastes like, or a pink whispers or yells. And write until the trivialities take flight from your life. In the surrendering, triumph will come. All right, this one is called Pain Like Pie. There is a screaming, screeching pain that is so raw, it's like a mouse caught in a glue trap. It must be locked away for no one to see or handle. And sometimes on moonless nights when no one is around, and the owls have killed their prey, and the teardrops have been bottled and sold on the black market, you may be tempted to take the pain out like a slice of pie and taste it. Be careful, it may have fermented and developed a mind of its own. All right, where did I go? There it is. All right. This next one is called A Rich Man Paid Huge Derby. All right. I don't vacation in Babylon anymore. The ticket prices soared and the trip almost killed me. Years of debauchery wasn't good for the soul. The only gold I want now is the autumn leaves and the buttery summer corn and the shimmer on the lake at sunset. I'm getting older and my heart is stronger. It beats like children seeing green for the first time. All right, this one's called It's Now. There are miracles when I open my eyes. The smile on the cat, the taste of strong coffee, a Beethoven symphony while I taste dark chocolate. I exist in the present. Next week is nebulous. The touch of my baby's cheek against mine defeats the demons and destroys chaos. All right. This next one, and the baby, was my daughter Olivia. She's 8 now, actually. No longer a baby. Green is my bed. I explored the depths of hell and found it wanting, wandering the streets looking for a utopia. Not all that shines is the sun. Pictures can be doctored, and when the layers are peeled away, the purple horizon isn't royal. It's a ghastly negative with black and white images that lack love and depth. All the potions are placebos. It's temporary and tiring. When I grew up, I stopped playing with toys. They break and disappoint, and worse yet, they leave me empty and hungry. God found me, and I am full, belly and soul. Beside still waters, green is my bed. This one is called Sonnets and Villanelles and Cats on My Desk. I'm in a cool group. To stay on top of my writing and to promote and market my poetry, I often publish online. If Lord Byron could hear that. In this place that I belong, I have deadlines. I procrastinate until the very last day and then scribble some shitty lines and get angered with myself for putting the writing off. I have a couple of weeks before I need to write a sonnet or villanelle. I'm getting anxiety. It's not producing the desired effect of hard work or discipline. No, not that. It's getting me thinking. That is sometimes productive and usually comical. I'm thinking about the 15 months I've been sober. For many years I was miserable, drinking and writing and drinking, holding the bottle of vodka to my shivering lips to get the last spider of liquid. My clothes smelled of decay and cowardice, and everything tasted like rotten meat. Now I have a beautiful maple desk that my 3 cats like to sleep on while I write poems about procrastination and sobriety. Such fuzzy black miracles. They twitch as they dream of fish and catnip, and just maybe they dreamed about writing a sonnet for me. We are all addicted to something. All right, this one is called Riding Through the Storms. Writing is my lighthouse when I'm lost at sea in the dark fog, among the sirens singing their seductive song. It is my net that catches fish to feed me when I'm starving and afraid. An albatross silently looms while waves swell and break against my raft. The kraken yawns and waits, but the words and lines tow me safely to shore. One about the old life called Anything for a Drink. We lived for the next drink, the elixir to erase the memories of 1,000 cruel dawns. It took work when we were broken and bedraggled. Creativity and thirst drove us through the day. Do you have anything to pawn? Hey, why don't we stop at the old carnival guy's place? He's always good for a belt. The shit we did to stay liquid smooth. We redeemed cans for a nickel. It took hundreds to get a bottle. In and out of dumpsters filled with the vilest trash imaginable. Me and those aluminum cowboys, knee deep in the filth, just to get a drink. Winter was bad, frostbitten hands and hearts, but summer was worse. Something about the way the sun cooked the trash had a hellish, putrid effect on the soul. That smell was the seed of my sobriety. This one is called Me and the Orphans of Time. As I work on the last poem of the night, comfortable as buttered toast in the passing years, I think about the winter of '87, 2 weeks before Christmas. Snow fell like frozen tears, and it seemed darker than most nights. I was 20, too young to realize how dark it could get. He kneeled on the hard linoleum floor. My brother and aunt were there. My mom's best friend, too. I knew what he had to say, and for a moment I thought, what a terrible job it must be to tell someone, although he tried, he couldn't save her. Those seconds stood still like frozen swans. All right, this one's called Winners by Dinner. The cocktail parties of success and pretense don't hold us together. Our achievements are a shitty reed when drowning. It's the calamities and despair that unites us, reminds us that we are in this together. We are brothers in our defeat and frail in our humanity. We walk this dark road as one. I know you because my heart has been broken too. My desires have grown teeth just like yours. We know defeat and can relate to that failure on common ground. That's how we win. And Winners by Dinner, that title is, Dad used to have this saying when we go to the track, winners by dinner. He'd always buy it, for God bless him. Winners by dinner. This one is called Strange How It Hits. Strange how it hits. A distant memory stirs from nowhere, or a restless ghost nudges or bumps something in my psyche. And then I'm back in a scene with an object, a picture, a table, a thimble, or a chipped drinking glass. I see the loved ones long gone, mom, dad, different friends. I smell the fragrance of the room and hear Sinatra and Cat Stevens. The emotion of longing and sadness hit like a car wreck. But only for a moment. The scene fades like the lifting fog. This one is called Flowers Make Terrible Gods. I picked a twisted flower in an unkempt garden. I kept it for a while. Without roots, the flower didn't last. I barely did. There were many flowers in my younger days. I loved picking them and keeping them close. In the end, they all died or blew away. I felt empty, blood moon sad. Such a young fool in those sizzling summer nights. Flowers make terrible gods. Flowers being a metaphor for women in this poem. Yeah. This one's called Spiraling Out of Control. Nobody knows when love will roll in and waltz with your crippled soul. Nobody knows when the chickens will come home or when the dog will have its day. I heard of a place where silence blossoms into flowers of wisdom. But when I ask for direction, nobody knows. I taste the sadness of the sky and every poisoned drop of rain. I was born to swallow it, to be consumed by the gray expanse. I ask for the antidote, the cure. Nobody knows. What happened to the street signs, the picket fences, all the love in empty spaces? People play games and only traces of humanity remain. How do I pull the cord on this parachute? Nobody knows. This one is called Laughing at It All. The strange dark luck of the centuries sometimes strikes on nights like this, when the pain of losing is palpable. It tastes like bitter herbs and stale cigars. Marilyn Monroe and DiMaggio are still dead. But for me, the chickens got lost on their way home to roost. My cat lies at the foot of the bed and watches me write this. Her golden eyes blink with answers, and she seems to enjoy the soft amber notes of Coltrane oozing from the computer speakers. She closes her eyes, and we both smile at this strange dark lock. We used to be feral. This one's called Make Your Voice a Hymn. Paint a picture with your words. Draw luxurious landscapes with letters. Create scenes with moods. Add the purple depth and fragrance of lilacs. Make autumn so damn real that I can feel the burnt orange leaves crush under my feet and hear the raw umber wind. Make your voice a hymn. This one's called Chaos Isn't Cute. You were worried about the storm, so you invited it in, wanting to control the damage through your kindness and friendship. But you can't. The storm doesn't have a conscience. It will never be a cute pet on your leash. This one is called For Dad. Dad's been dead a while now, but he used to always say, boys, don't let the bastards get you down. Or they can kill us, but they can't eat us. 9 times out of 10, he would utter these great pearls of wisdom when we received a large bill in the mail. Minutes later, we would peel away down the Pacific Coast Highway to the track, Santa Anita or Hollywood Park. It was an exciting experience, being around that environment at such a young age. After all, it's a sport of kings. Dad took everything in stride. He didn't worry much. Unfortunately, I didn't inherit that from him. He was an English and drama teacher, and what he passed on to me was a love for literature. He made it come alive, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. So Dad, wherever you are, I just wanted to let you know I didn't let the bastards get me down. And so I'm going to do a couple from memory and then one last one. And, this one's called Lonesome Neon Nights. Angels with broken wings, straw-spitting dreams, morphine nights and gangrene schemes. She had that broken glass sadness, the kind that gets worse with every slammed door and every lazy moon-mad night. The light in her eyes was dim, like a candle in the fog, like a frog that dreams of flying, but wakes up at the same old pond, day after degrading day. Man, every time I see her, I want to take her home and give her a bath, feed her strawberries and rub her feet. I want to free her from the rain-slick suffering she's stuck in, wash away the stench of the lonely diesel strangers. But I can't save her. Hell, I can't even save myself. So I bum her a midnight special and light it for her with a brief sulfuric blaze of glory, bereft of any lasting light. Walk away, jack-lantern grin, into the lonesome neon night. And this one's called I Want to Swim to Heaven. I want to swim to heaven because this city has an infection. No injection will kill this disease, this treachery, this brutality. So I'm going to swim to heaven. Backfloat, take my time. My rhyme will be the deep blue trip to heaven. And so this is Sleep Always Calls. I have 2 other books, Seedy Town Blues, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to the Madhouse. They're all on Amazon.com. I brought a few with me. And this last one I'm going to do tonight is called The Poems. the poems. Without poetry, we'd all be chained to fences of time, locked in, torn apart, played with by the cosmic dance. Don't get me wrong, the poems can't cure cancer or heal the lame dog's leg, but they might give the whores hope and the hobos a home. Poetry tricks the mind into seeing things, like wolfhounds with bagpipes playing an Irish jig far away from the ferryman and his ride across the river. Without poetry, about now, my skull would be a home for beetles and worms, turning ever so slowly into dust. And I'm Thomas W. Case. Without poetry, without God, without sobriety, I'd be lost. And thank you guys all for coming out. I really appreciate it.